Hello. Somebody arrived. Trying to get my chat working. It's not working. My phone refuses to rotate, so I can use the wide part of the phone. Usually it's rotating and getting in the way. Now it doesn't want to work. Oh well, I'll just use it the way it is. Oh, aren't you cute? Sir, you're standing by a poisonous plant. Oh, so am I. Hi, Mick. I'm just on this friendly planet looking for Gravitino balls because I needed to install something on this mech. Let me move my phone so I can see it better. Okay. I was hoping I could pick these up without getting out. Let's see. You can harvest storm crystals from inside. Okay, let's get away from the nice little doggy. Go home, little doggy. The basic sentinels don't tend to attack you. The combat ones will. That's the first dog I run into, and apparently he will too. Predators seem to ignore. This is my my home system. No space station, no NPCs. But this one had aggressive sentinels, so I figured there were Gravitino balls here. I can't harvest. I don't have the advanced mining tool. I don't know if one exists for this thing. Weapon charge completed. Run, little guy, run! There's a dog coming. Not sure how long I can do this. I've been coughing my head off, so I don't like clearing my throat all the time while I'm talking to people. Not sure what this will show. Organic rock? Not sure what that is. No, I haven't turned it off yet. I haven't run into the limit. My base is pretty large too. Aha! Can I pick you guys up? I guess let's do this the hard way. Quickly as possible. Probably don't need very many. Yeah, that's what I say. I hope it doesn't turn into something worse either. I've only been around one person in the last month, but she does work with the public. Let me get back to my top of my volcano. Lots of Gravitino balls. Oh, I see. Okay. I've been kind of curious how large that limit was. I used to run into it. I'm not sure I can get up there. I quit using that long short wall. That used to cause all the trouble for me. And I haven't gone back to using it either. I don't think I'm going to be able to jump up there. See if I can walk up there. Yeah, I probably can. I don't have the combat cannon on this thing yet. I hear it's not very strong. Wow, look at that. Right there on the side of the volcano. This whole world is nothing but volcanoes. At least what looks like volcanoes. I guess I'll do the two-step all the way to the top. Yeah, I haven't tested whether it still falls through yet. I kind of like that feature, actually. I didn't report it. Okay, enough of this. Okay, storm's not going, so let's jump out. I'm hoping my breathing isn't too annoying. I've been huffing and puffing. Okay, let's see if I've got it close to what I need. Let's see. Okay, that. And see what I didn't check what this needed. Oh, silicate powder, that's all. Okay. Oh, there were gravitino balls right next to my ship when I landed, and I didn't see them. Oh, that's good. Wait a minute. I want to get rid of this base. I don't plan on coming back here. Do the mech dance? Is there a mech dance? I've been curious about this. See if we can still outrun them. There aren't any just basic weapons on this thing. That's weird. It's counting down for another pirate attack. Oh, I guess that meant they were gone. Oh, okay. The two-step. I should listen to myself more. I have I don't know if it shows up for people, but I have a welcoming base at the portal. Heartphone came yesterday and took a look around. I think it is good in VR. I had my camera mounted in an odd place and it came loose one day and fell over on the floor. It's still laying over there against the wall, and I haven't taken the time to hook it back up, so I'd play in VR all the time if I could find a good place for the camera. But I have a 55-inch monitor in front of me on a pedestal, and there's no good place for the camera. I'm blind. Almost constant storms on this planet. Ah, don't know anything about that game. I don't usually look too far ahead for games. If I happen to see one live and I like it, that's might be interesting, that's okay. This big old hauler doesn't handle very well. It was a crashed ship that I rebuilt from the ground up. I was going to trade it in for something more expensive, but I never have. Sure. I'd rather talk to people. The main reason I'm streaming right now. Only reason I stream is to talk to people. I don't really enjoy doing it. No idea. I've had it for 3 years. I haven't paid attention to the price in 3 years. Okay, I need to summon the mech right here. See if he still sinks through the floor. Oh, I've got to build the base again. Should be able to do that with no trouble. Won't let you build it on raised platforms, unfortunately. You can summon him on a raised platform, but you can't put the base. Oops. Okay, here we go. Best way to know if you should get a game or not is just watch people play it. If it interests you, then give it a try. Don't buy to find out. Sure way to be disappointed. Oh yeah, I gotta be out in the open too. Okay. Ah, Ballistic Cola just went live. Okay. Oh, I forgot to watch. Alright, back away. Too dark, I can't even see him. Ouch. Okay. Still out there. I don't think I'm going to be able to see him doing this. No. Now the last time I was right over here and he would vanish, but he's not far enough over now. Put him far enough over. Okay, now back away. I don't think he's falling through anymore, Mick. I guess they fixed it. No, I didn't change the setting. I had just got on when I started streaming. One thing bad about this location is I can't summon other ships. I never have the navigation data to do it. I like my little ship better. It can land about anywhere. There's hardly any place on this planet that you can summon a ship. I guess because of the terrain. Okay. I think that's the base I was working on. As you can see, I built my tower all the way to the clouds. It goes actually above the clouds. Oh, that's the freighter. There it is. Going up into the clouds. There's actually a landing pad up there. You can also walk all the way to the top on the stairs, and you can use teleporters that are spaced out most of the distance too. So you can walk up there pretty quickly if you want to. This is my bridge I built to go over here to this base. Uh-oh. Be careful. It's a good way to die. Get off this bridge. Here we go. Getting stuck in buildings is a good way to get yourself killed. There goes my vertigo again. Don't fall off. Why it has to summon you on the edge, I would really like to know. I really hate ladders. They're a necessary evil. Okay, this is, I didn't put the last teleporter in, so you have to use the ladder, the last bit. Not much to see when the clouds are in the way. Short-range teleporters. You mean the wired ones? Or is this something new? Endless ladders. Can you imagine laddering all the way to the top of this thing? I staggered them, so... Oops. I did not mean to do that. Let's go back up. You can always jump down these ladder tunnels. You won't fall very far. Yeah, I have these strung out ever so often. This was originally supposed to be the top. I don't like being up here very much. Makes me feel like I'm falling almost all the time. Yeah, I saw that. Well, you can't see teleporter wires anyway. And I have this tower is attached to a power site, so I don't have to use any wires. It's all cuboids. Okay, where's that base I was working on? I'm not sure that's it. There aren't very many things safe when I play these games. Some of these bases need to be removed. Originally I was traveling around trying to find mining sites, so I'd put a base down. Lots of storm crystals here. I started exploring yesterday with the mech. So I started building this base. I'm not real sure what I'm building it for. I'm not even sure I'm gonna keep it. I'm not even sure this is it. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, this isn't it.
Storm clearing.
This is another one. Just like it.
Inventory full.
Notice it says that. I think it's because it's empty. Because my inventory is not full.
Extreme night temperature detected.
I noticed it was doing that in my other base.
Extreme temperature detected.
Okay, I know. I need to get rid of this base, but I can't do it with the ship here.
Thermal
Huh?
protection.
I might be able to get... No, I won't be able to reach the ship. It'll just be hanging there in midair. I'd have to land nearby.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Haha. Hi, Gaming Mike. Try to find that other... Man, that other base really doesn't matter anyway. Another bug they've never fixed. Getting rid of all the weather when you first get in your ship. I apologize for my breathing. I've been coughing my head off for a while. My breathing's all messed up. I may have died last week, I'm not sure. You guys all might be part of some quantum reality. I need to go around and delete most of these bases. They were just meant to be temporary. But I can always find the time to build a new one. I've got one base at the portal that I built as a safe area for people that arrive via the portal, because predators are everywhere. The weather's pretty nasty here. This is kind of an unusual calm period in between storms. Doesn't happen very often. There's some cadmium. Okay, let's go over there. I've only got two beacons. That one's too far away. That's the portal, probably. Now, the other beacon is the tower. See if I can find it. Okay, that should be it. Yeah. Well, there's just one theory that the universe is really just us. I mean, ourselves. The rest of you guys are all just an illusion. That is the silver mine. I never finished building. There's a power source right over there. Took me a long time to find the right location for that. Okay, let's go back over here. I think I'm... Oh, okay, it's loading in. There it is. Yeah, I've never heard that name. I figured it was something people have thought about. There aren't many things people haven't thought about. That's the tower. And it goes to a bridge that goes across that gap. I built this walkway and I put the, when I ran out of a base area, I had to build a new base to keep going. I put it up on this platform, and I noticed yesterday that it's now down on the ground. That's not where I originally put it. I never went down to the ground. I did this all just by building and walking. Yeah, I'm not a big believer in the Mayans. I'm listening to a book right now called River World. They made a pilot episode for a mini-series that they never made a second episode to. Brad Johnson's the main actor in it. I watched it a long time ago, but I found out that it was tied to a book, and the book has been pretty interesting so far. It's about what happens to you when you die. You all end up on this river world together. I only got about a chapter into it before I fell asleep, so somehow I read until the 5th chapter though. Okay. See, when I'm talking, everything goes to hell. Now, there could be predators here. I've killed most of them. Takes them. I'm not sure they come back after you kill them. There's usually 5 to 6. But if you see creatures, that means if there are predators, the basic predator, the common type, will always be around the creatures. This place is loaded with predators. I wish he didn't slide so much. I guess that's the need to have everything drift. I think with these big feet he'd anchor a little better. I did get my wish a little bit concerning things attacking you while you're in Exocraft. The basic sentinels don't attack. Even if you shoot them, they'll just stand there and let you kill them. But the combat sentinels and the ones that come after, they will shoot at you. It's kind of strange the way things work in this game. You can crash around, you can go through rocks, you can hit anything. But if you land next to a little plant with stickers, you get hurt while you're wearing a mech suit. This is my power that comes from my source over here. I like having power lines when you do something like this. Okay, we're in a storm. I should be able to... There's one. You can't pick up Gravitino balls, but you can pick up storm crystals from inside. Which is kind of an odd thing. Best way to do this is at night. As you can see them all over the place. I'm not really sure why I harvest them. I guess because it's kind of fun. But I really don't care about the money too much. I've got 25 million and most people earn that in 5 minutes, but I don't really need money for anything, so. Okay, I can hear the animals hollering. That means there are predators around. These livers they give up when you shoot them pay pretty well if anybody's, you know, living for a way to find money without just farming it. Oh yeah, I forgot I hooked up the cannons. Huh, that's a pretty cool cannon effect. So the only thing I got left. Oh, that's right, I need silicate powder. The digging laser. Let's see. Well, if I do much mining, I'll probably get silicate. Oh, I'm not sure you get silicate though, unless you're using your terrain manipulator. You gotta be careful about harvesting. If you lose your aim while you're pushing this holding square and you move off of it, it'll eject you out of the mech suit. And if you're in the middle of 5 predators in the middle of a storm with no shields, it can get a bit dicey. It's kind of odd how they made the exocraft. They made them very thirsty, fuel-wise, but you're impervious, mostly. But now they've changed them, so they suffer weather damage now. But these guys don't care about the weather. The thing you have to watch out for, though, with exocraft and sentinels, it's not their cannons. It's the lasers on the dog and the walkers. They chew up exocraft like they're made of butter. You would think this funny-looking creature would be the predator, but he's not. So far, though, I really like the mech. He sort of makes the rest of the exocraft useless, though. Except the Colossus, which has a huge amount of storage. But it's so slow, and it's almost impossible to use in this terrain because it's too rough. This guy don't care. I kind of wish, though, that exocraft didn't destroy everything. But Sean hasn't been calling me anymore asking for advice, so. I think I may have sent in one too many bug reports. Overshot that a bit. See if there's any predators nearby. This is how fast your shields go down when there's no storm. Usually if you find predators, you'll get at least 5 all coming towards you at the same time. Yeah, isn't that odd? He used to be so friendly. In fact, he called so much I got tired of him calling, but now it's like he doesn't know me. A little bit of fame, it all goes to their head. Two talk shows and that's it. Superstardom. Hey, Mick, I'm kind of curious if you've ever seen an old movie called Foreign Correspondent. It's an Alfred Hitchcock film. If you haven't seen it, give it a try. It's got a great special effect towards the end of it, of a plane crash. The whole scene of the plane being shot at and crashing is pretty amazing, considering it was made in 1940. I saw an interview with him on it's on YouTube. It's the Dick Cavett Show, and he explained how they did the plane crash. Pretty inventive and simple. But it's a really fun movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's all about what was working up towards the start of World War II. It was made not too long after the war started for England. Sometimes I almost hate to harvest them. They're so pretty. Alright, predators, where are you? Let's see how many we got, or if we're close enough. Guess not. You can hear them though. Ah, there he is. He was coming. Wasn't showing up on my scanner though. Fighting these in a storm with no shields. Now that's the most fun you'll have in this game. I don't dare do it while I'm streaming. Well, if it helps you any, it's on YouTube. It's just called Foreign Correspondent. A lot of movies have been popping up on YouTube lately. I've been watching a bunch of old American westerns lately. I like the noise they make. This is such a strange system. No station, no NPCs, no ships, no buildings, unless I build them, and lots of predators. Nasty weather. The only downside is the sentinels are friendly. But if you use a mech, they're constantly irritated with you because you're always crashing into everything. And it's real hard to summon a ship in most places. I was trying to walk on these guys, but so far I haven't managed to do it. I don't know if you actually hurt them or not. Exocraft can. I mean, the wheels. Oh, that's cool. I grew up with those episodes. I never liked the Twilight Zone as much as I did push me over.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
I never liked Twilight Zone as much as I did Outer Limits. There was just something creepy about them coming on and saying they were taking control of your television.
High temperature detected.
I'm sure I've seen most of them. When I was a kid in the 60s, reruns of The Twilight Zone and Outer Limits were on constantly. There wasn't much to choose from back then, but those were on all the time. Here we see a very ugly, nasty predator in the wild. He'd really like to kill me. I'm kind of curious how many are close though. Jumping out of this thing can be dangerous. You get disoriented when you first pop out. I'm not even sure I have any, let's see. I'm not sure I have any grenades loaded. Oh yeah. Also, make sure it's full. Seems to throw you out of the mech behind it and off to one side. Get oriented here. I'll see what happens. Yeah, it's off to the back and off to the left. Oh. How come you're not attacking? I'm pretty sure you're the predator. Does not fear death. Huh. Let's have a look. See, where is that info? Oh, here we go. They are barely conscious. Yeah, he's the predator. It says he's old though. Maybe that's why he's not attacking? It's very strange. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the new stuff. I haven't been watching. All I've been watching are old westerns. I got to go outside yesterday, first time in 3 weeks. It was 80 degrees here. I guess that's about 25 centigrade. So it was a really nice day. There's a cold front right next door to us, so when it comes through, it's going to be down near freezing. Let's try this again. I know you're a predator. I don't understand. And you're by yourself too. There are usually always a bunch of them, like a family unit. Now this guy is old, and he's by himself. That reminds me of somebody. That'd be kind of cool if that really worked that way. Here comes the storm. Do-do-do-do. Here comes the storm. I heard that same Dick Cavett show. I'm not sure when that show came out, but it's been a long time. But he was interviewing Paul Simon. Paul Simon was pretty young. And he explained about the song Mrs. Robinson. He was just strumming his guitar on the movie set because they've been doing the music for the Graduate, and he was playing the tune that he had come up with on the fly for that what ended up being Mrs. Robinson, only it was Mrs. Roosevelt. And the reason why that song does that long bit where they go the doot 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 doot, you know, no lyrics, it's because the song didn't have any lyrics, and he was just fooling around, and they changed it to Mrs. Robinson and made it part of the movie and used it, but they didn't have any lyrics for the rest of it, so him and Art Garfunkel just said that noise over and over and over for over half the song. I thought that was hilarious. Dick Cavett was a really good interviewer. Probably one of the best that ever lived. It's a shame his shows are not more available. There is quite a bit on YouTube, I found out yesterday, though. His interview with Alfred Hitchcock was amazing. That guy was such a genius, and he was such a weirdo. But he was very interesting. He was very smart. There's also some little teddy bear guys on this planet. I've never found any big creatures though. Oh, there's one. Hello, little teddy bear. Yeah, The Graduate's pretty good, but it's not one of my favorite movies. I like the actress, the main actress that's in it with Dustin Hoffman. I've always thought she was probably one of the most beautiful women in the world. Catherine something. Can't remember her last name for some reason. But Art Garfunkel and Paul Simon did the music for that movie. And Anne Bancroft played Mrs. Robinson, who seduced the supposedly just out of college Dustin Hoffman, who was probably almost 30 at the time. Strange footprints. Something is following me, I think. Hello, little creature. You should be more careful. This weather isn't very nice and there's predators around. Ah, there's one right there. He's killing things. And that one's aggressive. Let's see if I can back out of this. Fortunately, you don't have a lot of shield time. That'll teach you. Not so tough now, are you? Oh, look at that little teddy bear you killed. Didn't even eat him, you just killed him. Of course, I'm not going to eat you either, so. But I was defending the dead teddy bear. Yeah, Catherine Ross, that's it. She's in a lot of good movies. There's an old Western with Tom Selleck called Conager. It's a pretty famous Louis L'Amour Western that he wrote. a really well-made movie. Catherine Ross writes poems and lets the wind carry them off. And they snag in the tumbleweeds. And Tom Selleck keeps finding them and reading them and hoping to find whoever's writing them. And Conacher was one tough guy.
Extreme temperature detected.
Oh yeah, I want to try out this cannon on you. Well, it's not too bad. It's pretty good. Ah, you fell down in the hole. I'm not sure it's worth going after. Especially not with reinforcements coming. And these reinforcements will shoot. Hello. Hi, you fellas. Yeah, you'll definitely shoot alright. But I'm the incredible jumping man. You can't stop me. Even if I can't steer while I'm jumping. They control pretty good. You can steer them while they're in midair, as long as their legs aren't turned too far to the side. And unfortunately, the ground turns it for you. Can't find me. I'm over here. I'm the guy shooting at you. Suspected bad guy. Send help. Oh, you weren't fast enough. I wish it didn't jump your aim up every time you pull the trigger. Oh. One dog. Don't want to mess with dogs. I don't know what kind of damage he'll do to this mech with rams. Oh yeah, it was that creature. We can't find him, sir. He jumped away at incredible speed. He's almost a blur. Oh, there you are. Get out of here. Yeah, look at that laser chew through my shields. Now hopefully I won't run into any nasty little prickly plant. You know, those are the bane of the universe. Chew through any kind of armor. It's a common problem all spacemen have had. Buck Rogers, Luke Skywalker. One little plant with thorns and you're in trouble. Bring down a Death Star. Well, it looks like I lost him. See if there's any predators around here.
Ground protection falling.
really need some sand. Unfortunately, rocks are in short supply on this place.
Ground protection falling. Warning. Sentinel drone activated. Ground protection falling.
Ha! I got my big armored guy.
Warning. Sentinel combat unit deployed.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's two of them. Three of them. Killing all the teddy bears.
Ground protection falling.
That's weird. So far today, not one of them has aggroed on me. I wonder if the patch changed something.
Ground protection
Oh, there they go.
falling.
Nope.
Sentinel drone activated. Weapon charge depleted.
Weapon charge depleted.
Technology recharge. Warning. Sentinel combat unit deployed.
Now if they would just add, hi Ponestern. If they would just add grenade launching or something like that to mechs. Grenades are dangerous, but they're sure handy in a crowd. Start backing away and blasting out grenades. Doesn't matter how many predators.
Incoming storm.
I have the phone laying on my leg.
Ground protection falling. Ground protection falling. Extreme cold damage detected.
Not a little cold damage. Hello. Excuse me. Did not invite you in. This outlying little base is connected to the main base. Up to this little box. Yeah, I need to get rid of that. And that leads, the next teleporter takes you the rest of the way. Yeah, that'd be nice. I wish they'd jump a little higher. I wish they'd stop all that skidding around when you land too. I don't need my mech to drift. Let's see, I need to mine some rocks. Unfortunately, there just aren't very many on this planet. Hello. Storm clearing. Storm clears and it's almost nice at -93 centigrade. Let's see, I think you're a rock. Yeah. Oh yeah, I never analyzed these guys. I think I just analyzed the ferrite. No, didn't analyze it either. Usually don't like to scan everything. I don't like all the little side things you get. I don't need. Just takes up inventory space. Hello. Yeah, come on in. Jeez. And such a bad shot. Where are you? The most dangerous creatures in the game. The quad dogs. Thanks to that ramming they do. Bugged ramming, yes. Broken, yes. Still dangerous. Where are you? are. Let me aim down lower. What kind of an aiming system is this? Hi, Tricky. Sorry, I was a little distracted. There's a rabid dog trying to kill me. There he is. I can see that doesn't do a whole lot of damage to him. That's doing pretty good now.
Weapon charge depleted. Technology recharge.
Okay. Hello, Predator.
Warning.
Alright, where are you? I know your laser is going to be lethal to this mech. Oh, there you are. Oh, good shooting. That was a close call. I only used 3 life, so once you lose your shield, you can lose 3 life in about 2 seconds. Or 1 second. Yeah, it's heading this way. Fight a walker on the ground. I wouldn't want to fight a walker in this thing. Yeah, he's stuck over there. Thanks, Tricky. That'll give me probably 3 likes this month. I'm sure YouTube is putting me as a priority. Tell you what, these things are sitting ducks when they're in between jumps.
Down protection falling.
That mech looks a lot like a walker. I mean, just a miniature walker. There's a predator up there too. I've killed all the predators around this building before, but it takes them a long time to come back, but I think they do come back. I wonder if the walker is... Oh, they gave up. See, they just knew they couldn't win. And they couldn't win because I would hide until they were gone. I built this tower going up to there. I was going to put lights on it, like landing lights, you know, for the runway lights. Because in the storms, it's really hard to see when you're trying to land. But I never got around to it. He makes pretty good sounds. Storm clearing. 2 minutes of nice minus 93 centigrade. Yeah, 92 centigrade. My walker started walking on his own. My left joystick on this controller is 3 years old now, and it's starting to have troubles.
Extreme temperature detected.
Ah, here comes the sunrise. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Yeah, you did a better do-do-do-do than I did. This is the control tower. There's nobody on duty right now, though. Oh, the good life. My little county here is not very big. We've probably reached 1,000 cases of coronavirus, about 40 deaths. I had to go get a shot yesterday at the VA clinic. My driver was pointing out how the people in town, it just looked like a regular day. Nobody was distancing. They were all just doing their usual stuff. No, the state has 1,000 cases, that's right. The county I live in actually only has, last I heard, 2. And both those cases came from people leaving their homes to go visit somebody. And the state of Missouri is right next door. It's only 30 miles from here. They have 3 times the number of cases that Kansas does. Well, it could have gone over your head, Mick. You're not very tall. You're only a couple inches tall on my screen. Aren't Autobots the same thing? I don't remember. My kids used to watch that stuff. That's been a long time, considering they're all in their 30s. Well, I'll tell you what, that warm sun felt good yesterday. And I talked my driver into going through Burger King's drive-thru, so I got a burger out of the deal. I've been living on breaded fish and French fries, American fish and chips, all baked in the oven. Yeah, that's right, Autobots were the good guys, because they were all cars. Optimus was actually a tractor trailer. I've never actually seen any of the movies they made. I never cared for the director. And I never heard much good about him, so I never got around to watching any of them. Hey, no smirking out there. Well, my brother wants to know how my trip outside was yesterday. Well, you should be watching my stream since I do it so often, brother. It was really nice outside. Nice, normal 80-degree day here in Kansas. remember when I lived in England, people were passing out in the street because it was 80 degrees while I was there. That's what happens when your Coca-Cola is hot and not over ice. See, I'm not crazy about cold planets, but when I came to this planet and it was so mountainous and so deadly, I started to find the good points. Sitting here in this chair is one of them. I even turned the music on for the first time in probably 2 years, just for this stream. Apparently my brother's not watching this stream, or he probably would have said hello, unless I missed it. He has his own Discord channel. He likes Fortnite. And, what's that other Microsoft game? I can't think of, oh, Overwatch. Plays those constantly. Hey, Grammy. Yeah, when you say it's really hot, I have a feeling, Tricky, it's probably about 70. I have to wear sweaters on 70 days. Wow. Yeah, it's Thursday. I have to get my order ready. Call it into Walmart. If I can stay up till midnight and they reset for the next day, I can get on the schedule to get my groceries called in so they can be picked up on Saturday. Hey, here comes the storm. I was reading the chat on your Discord, Granmy. All I've been doing is working on my board game, and then I spin my chair around to 180 and I mess around with my Commodore 64 clone that I bought. I've been writing a golf program. It's all text, but I like text games the best. Especially since I can do the programming for it. Graphics are overrated anyway. It's funny, if I go to the top of this tower, it would look just like this. Only I'd be a lot higher and my stomach would be jumping the whole time. Yeah, it was 80 degrees there yesterday when I was out. I tried to talk my ex-wife into staying out in the sun for a bit, but no luck. It's supposed to be 30 by tomorrow, I think. Cold front is only about 50 miles away. It's been real close for a couple days. It's really odd here. The manager doesn't open her doors anymore to these apartments. You have to call her to make an appointment.
Storm clearing.
There are signs up on the doors saying, should only be here if you're a caregiver, and if you don't live here, you shouldn't be here.
Extreme temperature detected.
I don't know. I like artistry too. There's a big difference between art that we make and just plain graphics for games. Fortunately, games tend to be 90% graphics and 10% gameplay. Originally it was about 90% gameplay and 10% graphics. So games look pretty, and they look amazing. You get into them and you're bored with them in 10 minutes. Because there's no gameplay, no challenge. They just keep making the graphics better and better and better, but they don't really work on the gameplay that much. And, you know, so many people have been born and grown up since graphics have taken the priority. They don't know, I don't think they really realize what they're missing. Gameplay should always come first. Otherwise there's no game, no matter how pretty it is. So all the best online games, while most of them are still going, nobody's playing them. They won't play them because their graphics aren't pretty enough. They can't even stand to look at them. But they have some great gameplay. I'm not a big fan of Days Gone, but I watched 2 complete playthroughs of it by 2 different streamers all the way to the end. By the time I was done, I was pretty tired of it. It's mostly just a guy riding around on a motorcycle killing zombies. The thing that bugs me about Days Gone is they didn't get the sound right for the motorcycle. It looks like a Harley, but it doesn't sound like a Harley. Sounds like a motorbike. Yeah, there is a story mode. I'm not big on story modes usually. I'm the guy who played Red Dead 2 and avoided the story and just hunted and explored. You know, there's so many things in games nowadays where they try to make things look realistic, but they don't make them act realistic. He's running people down on that motorcycle. One zombie would destroy that motorcycle if he ran into it. I mean, besides the fact it would kill him too. They totally leave reality out of it, except when they're trying to make it look like it. Because sound and physics take a back seat for ease of play. Well, I'll tell you what, if you've ever been around people on Harleys, that sound is amazing. It like makes your insides vibrate. Well, there I go, getting all old guy opinionated. It's an easy habit to get into.
Extreme night temperature detected.
Okay, here comes the sun again. I did not mean to stand up. You sit back down and mind your business. There we go. Oh, sure, Mick. I don't expect you to sit there and type. I'm sure my stream has put many a person to sleep. Yeah, this is actually a ring planet. You don't get to see it very often, though.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
You should visit my planet, Grammy, on creative mode. It'd be totally safe then. At the beginning of that video I uploaded yesterday, the very first scene is a screenshot showing the address. The portal's not really very far away. It's on this planet. It's only about 2 minutes of flying to get to here. Yeah, I've always got a wireless keyboard going. It's usually laying across my lap. Then I doze off during live streams and it falls on the floor. And you see a bunch of strange characters get typed on the screen. What you don't get to see is me cussing about dropping the keyboard again. Well, when you come through the portal, there is a little mini base built right at the base of the portal with a landing pad. I tried to make it easy for anybody that came on survival, because there were predators all around that portal when I first got there. I had to find the portal by getting on creative mode. I had no idea where it was, and every time I tried to find it, I ran into a roadblock. I can't remember how I found... Isn't that weird? I don't remember how I got to this place via creative. Oh, I know how. I just took a screenshot, got the address, that's right. That's only the third time I ever used a portal. Yeah, I got a memory like you wouldn't believe. I almost remember an hour ago. I don't know if you come through the portal, if your ship will appear on the landing pad. Landing pad is real close to the portal. The base I built is elevated, so get people away from the predators. Yeah, I watched a bit of your Final Fantasy VII. I liked it. I liked it a lot better than the remake. I've watched people play the remake. Hey, Heartphone. I liked Fallout 76. I still have it installed, actually. I just realized that when I was looking at my games this morning. I also still have Elex installed, the game that Genghis Ron's been playing. If you get a chance to watch him play it, it's hilarious.
Storm clearing.
Yeah, that's what you said. I was kind of wondering, you should have taken some screenshots and made them, uploaded them so we could see.
Extreme night temperature
I was kind of curious if the whole base appeared to you. So you're in Belgium, right, Heartfun? Yeah, Genghis is a blast. He gets so mad, but you can't help but laugh when he's mad because of the way he carries on. Make sure you ask him though, if you happen to watch Genghis Ron play Elex, ask him if he's got suggestion yet. He loves that. On day one, it was a skill he was determined to get, and after 15 hours of playing, he still doesn't have it. So it really gets him going if you ask him about suggestion. Oh, you took a screenshot, okay. I don't know if you noticed, but there are teleporters that take you all the way up that tower. Most of it. I never put the last teleporter in, so there's a little bit of ladder climbing. There's also a landing pad up there. And I don't know if you saw the video about the disappearing mech. I think they must have fixed it because I tested it a little while ago and he didn't seem to be falling through the floor anymore. Oh, cool. Yeah, I wish they'd fix those stairs though. You get hung up at the top of every one of them. Another long-standing bug that still exists. Let's see, it's 3 minutes to 10 a.m. Yeah, every time you use those stairs, they do that. That's one of the reasons I went ahead and built teleporters. Because they are such a pain. But I still like the idea of having the stairs. I was building up to the clouds. I wasn't sure when I was going to run out of base complexity. I intend on making the tower thicker. I mean, now you can turn off the base complexity, but you still have to worry about getting too much stuff built in one area because it makes loading a real pain. Remember the old bases I used to build before we had that? I always hit the limit. On my channel I have that featured video, the base that I built that made it look like plutonium. Every time I got within range of that base, my PS4 Pro would come down to a ground to a halt while it was loading. There were so many things to load. That's what happens when you don't have a limit and you go too far. Well, I started the stream on the hot planet. I needed Gravitino balls so I could install the cannon on the mech. I have one more thing to add to it. It's the terrain manipulator. I need that sand stuff that you get when you're mining using the terrain manipulator.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
I usually have a ton of it just from normal mining. I like to build up to the clouds, but I'm never comfortable the whole time I'm up there. My stomach's always in a knot because of vertigo. Building sky bases practically put me in a constant state of anxiety. I know it's silly, it's just a game, but for me the vertigo is real. Part of the reason why I don't spend a lot of time in space, because when I get near the space station, the vertigo hits me really hard as soon as I get close to the space station for some reason. Yeah, it wasn't as hard as some of them I've done, since I was always inside, because you could build up while you were inside, so it never really felt that bad, and it usually looked like this all the time. The fun thing to do is in the middle of a storm, go out a door up near the top and jump off. When you're in a storm, when you're jetpacking from high up, you can't see the ground, so you don't know when to use your jetpack to slow your descent until the very last second. It's kind of a fun little thrill ride. I'm okay falling. I'm worse when I'm standing looking out a window though. That beacon in the distance there, that is the portal. I only have 2 beacons on this planet. One is this tower and the other one is at the portal. Just so happened the portal happened to be on this planet. It's 9 minutes away to walk. Yeah, to me that's what makes No Man's Sky fun. Don't put on a million things on your character. Keep your health down to the 3 that you start with. Turn the shields off. Try to treat it like it's actually an alien planet that's trying to kill you. I mean, I'm glad there's a variety of planets. There are nice ones and there are bad ones. As soon as it gets to be too safe, then I get bored. Yeah, yesterday I was trying to pick up storm crystals, and you can harvest them from inside the mech. But, and you can do it from quite a ways back, but I wasn't lined up very good, so as I held the square button, my target got off, and the game thought I wanted to get out of the mech. So, right in the middle of the worst storm with no shields and surrounded by predators, I accidentally jumped out of my mech trying to pick up a storm crystal right in the middle of all the predators. And I was totally disoriented. It was storming, so right away your visor freezes up. You can't see. I couldn't find the mech. For about 3 seconds there, I thought death number 22 or 23 was coming. Yeah, it's funny. Originally, that's the way I was. I tried and tried on survival to try to find nice planets with no weather and friendly sentinels. The only reason I've killed 5,000 sentinels is because you had to build outside and they were always attacking. Because the prettiest planets tended to be the most hostile ones, the paradise planets. Now the game has totally changed and you virtually can avoid all danger in the game.
Storm clearing.
I was using the L3 build mode yesterday, and 3 times while I was building from inside, it jumped me out of build mode and tried to throw me outside. If I'd have been up in the sky, every time that happens when you're building a sky base, you tend to fall. You'll suddenly find yourself falling to the earth from way up high. But then they added some extra code, I guess, and it would usually yank you back to the base to save you. Not always, though. I'm using a teleporter up to, the round teleporter, the long-range teleporters up to a sky base. Sometimes it'll make you appear in the wrong place and you can find yourself falling. Yeah, I had a walker after me a little while ago. They're not mad on this planet, but the mech's always crushing into everything, so it makes them mad. So although they don't auto aggro, you will get them mad enough if you keep meching around. I found out I kind of like the cannon. It does pretty good damage. And it doesn't go in a straight line. Gravity seems to affect it, and I think that's kind of cool. The only thing I wish they'd make it so you could jump a little higher. And I wish they'd add grenades to the mech. Yeah, it won't be, well, it'd be a lot easier if I had every shield and all the life, but I only have 3 health. The lasers on the walkers and the dogs tear exocraft up. I mean, you're much better to be out on the ground fighting them than be inside the mech or an exocraft, because they can kill you really quick with the laser. This planet's a pretty hard place to fight them. The weather's so bad all the time. And I try not to use my shields. I use it sometimes when I'm when I'm trying to build something and I need a little extra help, but normally I try to not use it. I just like that little extra bit of danger. Makes the game feel more real. Yeah, I can't remember. Couldn't even remember how to do this. There we go. I've killed 5,727 sentinels. And my extreme survival is 438. But then you come down here, and that may be what, 95 it takes to get the 10th rank? I think I've only warped about 100 times, a little over 100 times. And I've only found all the animals on planets 2 times. I have this thing about doing repetitive things. I used to have all the words, I think, but now I don't seem to have any. I have killed 400 starships. Most of those are Gek NPC traders. I have to find ways to keep interested. I've gone through some long periods where I didn't play this at all. I don't know if you explored all parts of this base. I built that little thing there because this is where my mech was sinking through the floor down to. I kept finding it in here. My one little dioxide mine. I just need a little bit of dioxide to build the planter bases. And the base computer is sitting right there. I built this little thing, put that over there. I'm not sure, but I think people can use those bases to summon their own exocraft. You can hear the predators. Yeah, I really didn't try to build it for beauty. I kind of like letting them just evolve. In into something people would actually live in. I like to put furniture and decorate all the rooms too. But when you're never known when you're going to run out of base complexity, you got to save that stuff for later. But now that you can turn that off,
weather warning. Incoming storm.
I use the teleporter to go to this other system that I know. There's an NPC trader that sells pure ferrite. So you can buy 4,500 pure ferrite if you find him, and it sells all the ferrite you want too, which is handy, so you don't have to mine. But on this planet, there's so few actual rocks to mine. These little ones are what you normally find.
Thermal protection falling. Extreme cold damage detected.
Why, yes, it was. And this teleporter takes you down to the base of this tall tower. That holds up the base of the apparatus I was building to put landing lights on so you could find your way to the landing pads in the middle of the storm. But I haven't got around to that yet. These days, my favorite thing to do is build these little round things and put all the windows in. I guess these windows are really for underwater. I hope they never change them because I really like them. I think it'd be fun to ride that guy. I still haven't ridden anything yet in the game. Yeah, the outside isn't too nice here. When your normal temperature is minus 90 something centigrade, and it storms an awful lot. But you get in this thing and you're pretty much impervious. Weather will affect the other exocraft, but not this one. And this guy doesn't have to be fueled. If you mostly play in the daytime, and I've done this constantly during the nighttime and never got the power below 3/4, so it's virtually needs no fuel. Feels no weather. The only real dangers are the little prickly plants that seem to damage mechs. And if you get the second wave of sentinels, because they will shoot you. And if you get too bad, and the dogs and the walkers show up, then you are in trouble. I almost died earlier. The walker started shooting at me. The walker hit me in between jumps and knocked my shields completely off. If I hadn't have been able to get away and keep moving, he would have killed me because it wouldn't have taken much to knock the 3 life off of me. I really thought I was going to die in that moment, because he's really slow at in between jumps. You can sort of steer while you're in the air. But if his legs get too far to the left or too far to the right, you'll reverse direction before you can get lined up again. These rocks here are one of the, you don't find these very often. Wow, that laser cuts through pure ferrite faster than I've ever seen before. I hope so. I don't. Protection. I want more. I want more weapons. I want to be able to adjust his jumping. I want him to jump higher, jump farther. That little bit of pure ferrite, I made about 100 pure ferrite there, and the rocks are gone now. If you were going to just build off of these rocks, that tower would be barely built. The legs got turned around. Turned me completely around. Yeah, well, sure you were. Everybody has the stuff they want, they like. I'm really happy they finally added something to the game that I'm enjoying. Uh-oh. Hole. I remember when they first added the roamer, they jumped a lot better. And I had a video for 1 hour, all I did was bounce and jump. Then they had an update and they adjusted it downward. They ruined my fun. One thing nice about the tower is as long as you can see it, you know where you are. I don't see it, so I don't know where I am. Must be over here behind those mountains. that one? Oh, it's over there behind that mountain. I see. Yeah, I'd like it if they'd make him not skid so much when it lands.
Incoming storm.
I can't see the tower. That may just be my bad eyes.
Ground protection.
Oops.
Ground protection falling.
I get so turned around when I eject out of that thing.
Center combat unit deployed.
Bye-bye. Thanks for dropping by. I need to get off of here too. I just hated to quit talking to people. I thought I saw a storm crystal.
Ground protection falling.
Haha, Predator, you didn't get me. Gotta be careful with these grenades. Bounce back in my face.
Weather update. Storm clearing. Protection falling. Extreme night temperature detected. Warning. Sentinel drones activated. Temperature levels stabilizing.
Oops.
Thermal protection falling.
Hold still. Trying to shoot you.
Sentinel drones activated. Thermal protection falling. Thermal protection falling. Thermal protection falling. Extreme cold damage detected. Extreme cold damage detected. Temperature levels stabilizing. Thermal protection falling. Product constructed. Extreme temperature detected.
Yes, it is cold.
Thermal protection falling. Temperature levels stabilizing. Warning. Sentinel combat unit deployed. Warning. Elite Sentinel force.
Boy, I'd like to kill you. Where are you? Where are you, little doggy? Ow. See? Cheating dogs again. Ramming you through walls.
Weather warning.
Cheater.
Coming storm.
I'm gonna report you. Quickest way to die in the game. Get around a dog and think you're safe inside something. 'Cause you aren't. If I try to use my grenades with that rail in the way, it's just gonna bounce back and kill me. Alright, go away. Don't you jump through the walls. Don't cheat. You cheater. I see ya.
Warning. Sentinel combat unit deployed.
Shotguns aren't very good on dogs. A lot of death out there between that dog and those predators. Let's see. Make some room here. Well, that reminds me, I was going to install the cobalt's on the ship. I still don't have silicate power, that's right. Well, I'd like to stay and fight, but I have some immediate needs in the little spaceman's lounge. So, I'm going to end this right now. Thanks for anybody that might still be there.